of wood. All right, welcome to Bike Talk, Thursday morning. It's like February. I think it's still February, but it definitely feels like April. Got a light misting, dusting of rain, and but not enough to stop me from biking. I'm wearing some gloves and like a long sleeve shirt, but I got way too hot for my jacket within just like 2 minutes. Let's see. Notice there are a bunch of drivers on Central Park, where, as you might or might not remember, it went car free last year. Now, car free, as far as I understand, means no cars. But apparently that doesn't really apply to like a lot of vehicles. Like, cops can do whatever they want, anything they want. So there was a cop driving the wrong way, so he was coming up against the flow of cyclists, where cyclists would be driving. Thank you, New Jersey Lexus, important person. A58LZN, you are important. That's why you get to drive your Lexus in from New Jersey. Fancy car, very fancy car. So I had a cop driving the wrong way, like in the bike section, right? This is basically 2 lanes of, this is kind of like 2 lanes in Central Park. The rightmost lane, okay, vehicles will use that, like Parks Department vehicles and things like that. But the middle one is clearly for bikes. I mean, it has bike markings. It says like slow and, you know, this and that. Cop driving, I'm like, that's literally, a cop is gonna kill a cyclist directly, like from a head-on collision, because a cyclist is not gonna realize that there's a car coming. Also, I tagged just a regular Mercedes driving in Central Park. So that's super obnoxious. Tinted windows. I'm assuming it's a cop, right? Taking a shortcut, da-da-da. But we'll look up the violations and see if anything comes of it. And then, of course, like 2 or 3 regular just Parks Department vehicles, which just seems wrong, you know? You guys should be doing everything they can to remove vehicles from Central Park, but they're not. Range Rover driver just like sped past me. FTG7208. He seems like he's in a rush. Picking his nose. That's what you get to do when you're driving in your cocoon. That guy's got a little back seat on his bike. That's cool. Good for children or adults. Let's see. That's not a great one. Construction in bike lane ahead. Share the road. Work zone ahead. What the hell does that mean? Like, there is no zone. There's just, look at this, there's just cars parked in the area where a cyclist would need to travel. So that's not helpful. The opposite of helpful over here. Look at this. So you got just a disaster here where like a no workaround situation. Just wow, just a really terrifying spot. If you have two wheels, you'd be totally dead in that little stretch right there. There's literally no buffer. They've added no added protection for cyclists. So thank you. Here we got a Mercedes EMA 4749. Seems like an important person. Very expensive Mercedes. Hey, there's a Range Rover again. I'm not sure if there's any news to share. Oh, that's great. The Range Rover stopped in the middle of the crosswalk. That's really helpful. So literally, he just stopped in the middle of the crosswalk. Like an a-hole. I wonder if he's still picking his nose. But you know, that's what he gets to do. Now he was stopped. Here's the thing, he actually was moving, trying to make a left with a left turn green signal, dedicated signal. But this traffic guy in the middle of the street here actually told him to stop. And no, I have the right of way. This guy doesn't know. I don't know what he's doing. But he stopped the Range Rover, which is kind of like terrible. Like, what are you optimizing for? Because then the Range Rover stopped in the middle of a crosswalk, which is also really, really dangerous and illegal. So you're not optimizing for humans, and that's pretty cruddy. Well, oh boy, this guy's looking at me. Almost hit this taxi. What is up? TGA Security 32405 MD. Oh yeah, no, honking works. That works. Totally the right way to handle this kind of stuff. Hello. Oh, I don't really have a light, but that's okay. I have to go. So otherwise I would have stopped short and probably had somebody hit me. You can see, so the average speed here is roughly the same as the way as fast as a bike can go, right? That's what's crazy. These streets should be designed for the average speed of a vehicle and no faster. So these big wide streets where you can then, you know, gun it for like 40 miles an hour like this guy, the Range Rover. I don't know if that was the same Range Rover as before. No, I think he made a left flip there. Back. Another Range Rover from New Jersey. These guys, you really should just be doing like 10 miles an hour, you know? That's what critical mass kind of is, you know? In a sense, it's like a big traffic wave that slows everything down, but keeps the average still exactly what it is. It's not like we're going any slower than your average speed. Doing 40 miles an hour down 3 blocks or 4 blocks and then hitting a red light and waiting for 90 seconds is the same as going 10 miles an hour or 8 miles an hour and not stopping, you know? And it is way more safe to go 10 miles an hour than to do what these guys are doing. Speed, try to go around things, weave in and out, and then stop short. which is literally like how all these crashes and things happen. This guy's honking. Thank you. I don't know what this guy's doing. You're not allowed to drive there. He's looking ahead. So this is where things get. Why is this guy still moving into traffic, into the crosswalk? Ooh, that was a battery. So, yeah, this is 30th Street. 30th and 7th, so between 6th and 7th, you can see right away. This is where cops like to park. They parked all their cars. You can see that cop right there in front of the Penn Plaza Cleaners is positioned to obstruct as much of the sidewalk as possible. A little hard to see from here, but trust me. That is not AMA compliant, I'm gonna say. Look at this. So here you got this crap, right? You just have a ton of these cops and their personal vehicles, which undoubtedly have placard abuse. It's never illegal to park on the sidewalk. It just, there's nothing that says it's legal. And yet they do it with impunity, you know, flaunting placard abuse, which is basically corruption in plain sight. And heads up. Heads up. And like, it's not even like a victimless crime, like, oh well, nobody's here anyway, it's like over on, you know, a highway or something. No, it's literally the middle of 30th and 7th during rush hour. It's like there could not be more people in these areas. This is like the most populous areas, like most dense places in America, at least, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been Bike Talk. Your host Jeff, on this sort of wet morning on 7th Avenue. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. There we go.